so we're going to do this again. So basically what I'm testing, first let's look at continuity. This is the back side of your antenna. I'm sure you know all about that. I've got the ground. Ground is hooked up. As you hear it beeps. The center, which is your signal, it's got nowhere on this board do I have continuity with on the signal. I'm thinking it goes to here, but I'm not 100% certain. When I plug this board in and I test, I've got no power coming out. But when I test over here, I do. So there's got to be, I'm assuming, this is an assumption, I'm missing something got fried in here, or as far as when the board was made and we're missing a trace that goes to the center, or you know, something's missing. And I can put a jumper from here to here, but I don't know if that's the point I need to put the jumper to, and that's why I'm asking you if you can just tell me where to solder at. I'd like to try to get this thing working. It does not look like anything is burnt. I can get it to connect to OpenTX. I am using my X10S for this. And like I said, when I turn the X10S on, which it's off at the moment, Gen 2, yep. So let's hook this in real quick. Maybe, there we go. Let's turn it on. And I'll get a throttle warning, of course.
Welcome to OpenTX. Throttle warning. Switch warning.
Don't care. Alright, so as you can see, the module's active. Not bound to anything. When I go, let's not do that, we'll fry something. Let's go to from ground to this pad, the one I'm thinking it should be jumped to. I get say 394. Now let's go to volts DC, same test. I get 3.27. Now when you do the multiplication, that's a little over 1,000, right? So let's do the same test on the pins here, and we're dead. And we're dead. Nothing. So the only thing I can think of is there's a trace missing from the signal wire to wherever it goes on the board. I'm not sure of that point because I don't have the schematic on it. I have no problem soldering a jumper in. I mean, I can make that solder. You know, that's not a problem. It's gonna be a little finicky, but I can do it. So where do I solder it to? That's what I'm wanting to know. Does it go over to this pad over here? Let me shut this back off. There we go. So does it go over to this pad over here to the center, or is that something else completely different? It's a little bit higher. I'm on 868 or whatever it is right now, and of course the math says that's higher than that, but whatever. And this isn't a cheap piece of junk either. This is my field piece, HS35. I do like Danfoss and Emerson E2, and unfortunately Novar and Hussmann Delaware and stuff. I break the programs, do their control work, do all the wiring, you know, calculations, blah blah blah. So anyway, so I know a little bit about what I'm doing. Probably not as good as you guys, but there's got to be a way to fix this, man, without just replacing it. I mean, I appreciate that you want to replace it. I'm cool with that, but there's got to be a way to fix it. Nothing in life is broke permanent. I knew this, so we can fix anything. But I just don't have the schematic. I don't know what points go to what. I did check, like I said, I checked continuity with the unit off and unplugged from the center pin or your signal to every point on this board, everything, and I've gotten no continuity anywhere. That means I'm not making a signal. You know, I've not got any signal coming to that spot on the board, and the board looks fabulous. I mean, there's no burnt, there's no, you know, you get that smell. There's nothing. This is in perfect shape. It's brand new, and yes, I did have a problem. The very first time I fired it up, I had an issue, and I flew maybe 2 or 3 packs on it, and I was good up to about 40 yards. And that's all I really had to fly in my backyard. Maybe not even 40 yards. Maybe, let's see, I'm in a 40-foot fifth wheel, so, okay, so 60 feet. So that's all I really had was 60 feet area to fly until I went to the race. And when I got out the back section of that race, man, it would just, that quad would start jerking all over the place. And I did okay with it. I dealt with it. I changed the way I flew, and I took first place. Perfect. Great. Love it. But when I tried to fly it out at my dad's house the other day, and of course that's long range, he owns a massive farm, and man, I couldn't make it out past like 80 foot. The thing would just, maybe not even 80 foot, it would just fall right out of the air. Dead, completely dead. Then I started getting, I made some adjustments to this on Lewis script. Tried to take it out to the, what was it, 916, the 250, and then it would I'd plug it in, bind it, it would be like signal lost, I'd lose bind, have to rebind, so I don't know. Power, of course, is good on here. I checked on the Dark Knight I have, power was good there. I don't know. So, I just think we can fix it instead of replacing it. I hate replacing stuff. Anyway, alright, I'll send this to you, and let me know what you think, and if you still think we need to replace it, I'm good with that. I mean, I don't have an oscilloscope with me, so I can't do much more testing. We got chased out of home from the hurricane. Later, man.